If I were to put everything I know about swimming in this video, and you try to achieve swimming perfection in 7 days, 3 things would happen. You'd be tired, you'd be heartbroken, but most importantly, you'd be amazed. I believe that you can learn most of the theory of what makes a beautiful swimming technique in just 7 days. The key words here are most and theory. Most because as humans, we haven't perfected the optimal swimming technique for each event. We probably never will. But we are getting closer. So, learning all the theory for a perfect swimming technique in 7 days? Not even possible in 7 decades, I think. I told you you'd be heartbroken, but also amazed. Keep watching. About the other keyword, theory, because it's just words. That is essentially what we have tried to do in our videos for the last 3 years, and what other channels are doing too. In our swimming camps, we give you most of the theory. But giving you most of the theory is the easy part. In fact, I can tell you most of the theory of how to swim fast and effortlessly in less than 60 seconds. Are you taking notes? No? That's okay. Just listen. Around 7 million years ago, humans started to walk on 2 legs. Since then, we have developed a sense of vertical balance. Great for walking, terrible for swimming. In swimming, you need to develop horizontal balance. To do that, push your chest down and lift your hips up. Water is around 800 times denser than air, which means that if you fight the water and swim in a big imaginary tube, on any stroke, you will be stopped by frontal drag, and you'll need more effort to move. Pushing your chest down, pulling your hips up, not fighting the water, and swimming in a small, imaginary tube is around 80% of what you need to know. And since we have a little time left, I'll give you another 10%. Barbie fingers, high elbow pull and recovery. Use your core, the wall is your friend. Knees close, shoot forward, stretch, plantar flexion, dorsiflexion and breaststroke. Rotate to breathe, aggressive rotation in backstroke, and count your strokes. You may or may not have learned something new, but you're probably not a better swimmer. Not yet. To actually help you become a better swimmer is much harder than giving you a bunch of facts and theories. That's one of the lessons we recently learned in our swimming camps. Theory doesn't stick. Theory doesn't know your specific strengths and weaknesses. You need something more than theory. Songs, analogies, and stories help. But most importantly, you need the technique that best fits you. And also, you need pain and endorphins. The Aztecs had a solution for toothache. They chewed hot chili. The main ingredient of hot chili peppers, capsaicin, is also one of the most effective ingredients for topical pain relief. The way it works is that it produces some amount of pain to your body. Your brain sends endorphins, the feel-good chemicals in your brain, to reduce the pain, and the pain is reduced. That's why, even though you suffer when something is really spicy, you also kind of want more, and you feel good and alive. That is the magic of endorphins, and it is also what makes swimming and other sports addictive. The physical and mental pain you go through are followed by a cocktail of endorphins that makes you feel good. When I started swimming without any or little knowledge of the theory, I had to go through pain. I first had to fight my fear of drowning, and I suspect a lot of you watching did too at first. Another important battle, which I had forgotten, is that swimming pools are not very welcoming venues to people that are new to the sport. This was brought to my attention by you, our audience. After you start learning how to move through the water better and are not embarrassed by trying, swimming sparks your interest. It becomes interesting because you start figuring things out. After the first stages of swimming, I wasn't getting all my knowledge from my coaches anymore. Some coaches don't care or don't know about the correct technique past the basics. Sometimes I would figure things out by myself, by simply paying attention to how the water felt on my skin, other times with the help of other swimmers. When we figure things out, the brain rewards us with another happy chemical. Dopamine motivates us to take action toward goals, desires, and needs, and gives us a surge of reinforcing pleasure when achieving them. Usually, the biggest dopamine rushes come after achieving a goal that required intense physical and mental stress. Mental stress, that's an interesting concept. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. Chill out, Einstein. We're talking about practice, where repetition is necessary, at least for a certain amount of time. Doing the same thing over and over again does feel like you're going insane, and that's mentally painful. But creating muscle memory is no easy task. Last week, I bought a mouse. I bought it because it has more customizable buttons and I can edit videos faster with it, in theory. As I am writing this and editing this video, I'm actually slower. I'm slower because I haven't had practice and haven't gotten used to it. Changing your swimming technique is like that. Sometimes you do in fact get slower before you get faster. When you correct a movement, you don't feel comfortable and you swim slower. As you get used to it and learn the nuances of the movement and develop the muscles for that new technique, then you start the process of getting faster again. For some of our swimmers in our camp, the process of getting faster was extremely quickly, and they dropped as much as 6 seconds in a 200 freestyle the week after the camp was done. For others, they are still behind of what they used to be, and are gradually moving towards getting better with their new technique. That aspect of swimming can be heartbreaking. So, changing your technique is physically and mentally painful. But I also promise amazing, remember? Besides the dopamine and endorphin rushes, it's amazing what a few hours of deliberate practice can do when learning something new. I know this from experience, and I decided to test it after I heard a TED Talk called The First 20 Hours. I learned how to shuffle in 20 hours of deliberate practice. The results amazed me, but I didn't know I improved that much until I watched the videos. My point here is that you need to keep a kind of record of your results in order to be amazed. Not everyone can film themselves swimming, but journaling at the beginning and at the end of the week could work. Even counting your strokes per lap could amaze you. You will not reach swimming perfection in 7 days or 20 hours of deliberate practice, and some days you will be heartbroken, but the results will amaze you. If you're not a beginner, the first 20 hours might apply to a specific sub-skill you want to improve. For example, underwater dolphin kicks, or the way your arm enters the water. For those of you who clicked hoping to learn something new about swimming technique that you can go and practice right now, try this. Swim with Barbie hands. And if you want an explanation of why this position is better, click here. As for this channel, we now have a better idea of what you, the audience, wants to learn and how to teach it. If you just want the theory, you can go through our archives or type in the search bar of YouTube what you want to learn, followed by Skills NT. Freestyle arms, Skills NT, for example. But something that we learn in our swimming camps and by reading your comments is that theory is not enough help and you deserve more. For those of you like Robert Metro who left us this comment and are watching our videos for not just the theory but also for motivation, it is important that you join our newsletter for 3 reasons. The first is that in our newsletter there will be a set of exercises or a workout related to the video published to help you change theory into muscle memory. The second is that we will have exclusive swimming content there. For example, we will have a list of top 10 most common mistakes we saw in our swimming camp. The third is that YouTube will not notify all of you every time we publish a video. Since we're planning on publishing less, about once or twice a month, we will be able to put more thought into each video. So I recommend not missing any of them. Knowing that it's not easy to move from theory to actually getting better, our videos will try to inspire and teach you something new, while being more than an instructional video. To join, go to skillswimming.com/newsletter-sign-up or click here. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of this video and what you want to learn next. And finally, if you want to watch another one of our videos, click here. See you there. Swim fast.